Under Xabi Alonso's reign, Bayer Leverkusen has monumented itself in the greatest history runs we ever seen. 43 matches without a loss on the course of winning the treble, winning the Bundesliga. But was it all built on controversy and pure evil? Founded in 1863 in the city of Bremen by a dye salesman Friedrich Bayer. When business first began, the objective of the company was manufacturing and selling synthetic dyestuffs. The rise of industrialization helped Bayer expand. With this, they produced a very famous drug used by you and I today, the founders of aspirin, in 1899. 15 years later, in 1904, the creation of Bayer Leverkusen, a club for its factory workers. It spent a few years in the lower divisions until the ultimate creation of the Bundesliga. We move on to the first point of controversy. But first, with some context. There was this company, IG Farben. It was a mega pharmaceutical company, the fourth largest in the world. And at the time, it was known to have extensive ties to the German Third Reich, according to Auschwitz concentration document. You may be wondering why I've just brought up IG Farben in a video discussing Bayer. Well, it's all connected, partly for one reason. Right after the World War I happened, after the signing of the Armistice Agreement, 6 years later, IG Farben was incorporating such pharmaceutical companies. In this case, it was Bayer. It became a part of IG Farben in 1925. This cartel manufactured horrible atrocities like the gas used in gas chamber, Xylon B, commonly referred to as Agent Orange, which was used in the battlefield and now banned by the United Nations. During Hitler's time, the Nazi regime shipped 150 Jewish women to the company to test its products in 6 months. Then there was a letter sent to the Nazis by the technical manager of IG Farben requesting for a further batch of 150 women, due to all previous 150 dying from testing in Mauthausen concentration camp. Each of the women were priced at 170 RM. After the Allied forces were victorious against the Nazis, and the dissolution of IG Farben was their top priorities. After the dissolution, Bayer was now its very own independent company. They faced a lot of backlash due to its sentiments. Lawsuits became prominent due to their actions, one being paying Nazi officials to access people and to perform tests on them. Right, so after dissolution of IG Farben, people still face the consequences of their actions. One such individual being Miriam Kor. She died in 1993 due to complications from these experiments. Bayer, to its credits, the CEO, Bayer, offered a public apology on behalf of the company for its actions to save face. In the recent years, Bayer has come under a lot of pressure, diminishing its reputation step by step. I can't fit all their wrongdoings in one video, and trust me, there is a lot that deserves to be commented on. But for time's sakes, I'll just have to comment on the short ones which I can fit. As Bayer enters a new century, they manufacture a lot of drugs, a few of them sparking major controversy across the world, with some horrible side effects. There is a few drugs to touch upon, but firstly we'll go with the Yaz or Yasmin. This drug was used for birth control. The side effects were blood clots, heart attacks, strokes, kidney stones. In my lack of knowledge on birth control pills, one thing I know is that they aren't supposed to literally permanently scar you. And 19,000 women thought the same. Bayer didn't even apologize or condense their wrongdoings, rather settling 8,000 cases for $1.7 billion. And then there was this another drug, a hormonal contraceptive. 520 lawsuits were filed with Bayer, and them offering to pay up again. $12.2 million were offered, and now the trials are still ongoing. Now we move on to another birth control item, but instead of pills, it was a permanent birth control device, with over 39,000 blaming it for serious injury and death. Bayer settled it for $1.6 billion without taking any blame. And then there was this other drug known as Celto. 25,000 lawsuits were filed against Bayer, and they settled for $775 million. And many more too, like Avalex and Kipro, which is used for UTIs. All of this regarding the medicines and their effectiveness was all measured in the past 10 years. We could see how controversial this company really is in keeping a standard in their products. All what I said from the beginning to right now in the video is just the tip of the iceberg with Bayer. It has so many other subsidiaries and other companies under its reign. One such company being Mustara, a revolutionizing upcoming firm who prioritizes in pesticides and GMO crops. It's a recently acquired company which has been ordered to pay a $290 million fine, one such being a groundskeeper, where the pesticide he used was cancer-harming. The overwhelming power and influence this company has should be a point of concern in nations. In 2023, the financial documents indicate that they made a record $51.73 billion in revenue. And out of this $51 billion, $10 billion in settlements. A hypocritical factor of this company is this company just does not admit their wrongdoings in any sort of way or manner. And it often, when asked of its products' damage and side effects, they always respond with the same saying. Bayer believes it has a meritorious defenses and intends to defend itself vigorously. End quote. All this madness is owned in Bayer Leverkusen, a club built on terror, extremism, innocent deaths, etc., etc. This case study isn't addressed as in many of the world's corners, as many people often get silent because of it. I believe that this needs to get so much more attention than it currently has. Is a point of controversy which should not be administered in any sort of business in this day. In the course of this video, it doesn't cover all the aspects of Bayer and its atrocious accents. If you want a deeper understanding of this topic, check Dan Cummings' video about Bayer, links in the description. And in this video, I don't mean to really hurt the Bayer Leverkusen fan, but rather this was a calling out of the horrible company that Bayer is and how it supposedly shoves so much money down people's throat to the amount they can't speak about it. It's a cover-up after a cover-up, which should be stopped. Thank you.